What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and today I'm going to be predicting the outcome of Isaac Cruz versus Giovanni Cabrera, and this is going to be a 12-rounder for the WBC and WBA lightweight world title eliminator, and this fight is going to be Saturday, July 29th from the T-Mobile Arena, and this fight is going to be broadcasted on Showtime pay-per-view, and it is going to be the co-main event to the Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford pay-per-view. And to get into both fighters' resumes, Isaac Cruz, fighting out of Mexico, holds a record of 24 wins with 2 defeats and 1 draw, and 17 wins coming by way of knockout. Isaac Cruz is a former WBA lightweight world title challenger. He is currently ranked number 11 by BoxRec in the lightweight division, but I do think he should be rated much higher than that. And he is also currently rated number 3 by the WBC and number 5 by the WBA, which is why he is getting this world title eliminator in 2 sanctioning bodies. But to list his 2 defeats and his draw, he does have a unanimous decision defeat to Luis Montaño Alvarez. He also does have that unanimous decision defeat against Gervonta Davis, and I actually thought that he beat Davis in that one. It was a really, really close fight. Could have went either way, but I thought he just edged Davis. But it was definitely the toughest fight of Davis's career. And to list his 1 draw, he does have a points draw against Jose Caliacac Capilla. But to list some of his best victories, Isaac Cruz has defeated Thomas Matisse by majority decision. He has a knockout win over Diego Magdaleno. He does have a unanimous decision victory over Jose Matias Romero. He has a unanimous decision win over Francisco Vargas. And he also has a technical knockout victory over Yuriorkis Gamboa. And he's coming off of an early knockout victory over former WBA interim champion Eduardo Ramirez. But to get into his opponent's resume, Giovanni Cabrera, fighting out of the United States, holds a record of 21 wins, no defeats, and 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Cabrera is currently ranked number 24 by BoxRec in the lightweight division, and he's currently not ranked by the WBC. However, he is ranked number 9 by the WBA. And to list some of his best victories, he has defeated Recky Dulé by corner stoppage. He has defeated René Tellez Giron by unanimous decision, and he is coming off of a fairly impressive unanimous decision victory, a dominant unanimous decision victory with multiple knockdowns over Gabriel Flores Jr. So in my opinion, this fight is a pretty solid one between a boxer and a brawler. Isaac Cruz is obviously known for his style, staying true to his name like a pit bull, just coming forward in your face, throwing big shots, and just trying to beat you up. However, Cabrera, he likes to fight on the outside, likes to use the jab, has a very awkward style. He's very long, lengthy, obviously, like I said, pretty unorthodox in there. He sort of keeps his hands down a bit, doesn't really look like he has the greatest defense, but he never really gets hit in his fights. So, I mean, I wonder how that's going to work with Isaac Cruz, who has such an offensive style. But, yeah, I think it's definitely a very solid one. 2 sanctioning bodies, putting it out for an eliminator on this one, WBC and WBA. And it is in the lightweight division, so, I mean, who knows? Maybe the winner of this fight could eventually get Tank Davis. Isaac Cruz is obviously wanting for that rematch. Giovanni Cabrera obviously would want that fight to fight for a world title. I know it's the WBA regular title, but still, obviously a title is a title for these guys. Obviously putting their lives out here in the ring. But just to get straight into my prediction for this one and how I see this fight going round by round, after really watching a lot of clips of Cabrera, leading up to me doing some more research on this one, I was really thinking Cabrera had a much more sort of put together style, a much more organized style with like a higher guard, and I didn't really realize how open he leaves himself with his style and how his shots really don't have that much power on him and snap on him. I know that he dropped Gabriel Flores multiple times, but the shots didn't look like they had a lot of little oomph on them. Like, they didn't really look like they landed hard. I mean, maybe they just landed perfectly on Flores' chin. But, I mean, Isaac Cruz was eating shots from Tank Davis like it was nothing and just plugging forward. So I really think that Cruz is not going to be sort of in any risk in this one, especially since Cabrera doesn't really have the greatest amount of power. But how I see this fight going early on, and I think this fight could end early on. I think it could end anywhere between like the middle rounds, but I think that early on Cabrera is going to obviously stick to that game plan of fighting on the outside, but I think Cruz is obviously just going to try and break him down, try and corner him, get him up against the ropes, rough him up with shots. And I know there's some people who think that Cabrera is going to school Cruz. I don't think that's going to happen at all. I mean, I think he's too slow, leaves himself too open. And I think that Isaac Cruz is ultimately going to catch Cabrera. But I think after the first 3 rounds, it could be like 29-28 in favor of Cruz. Maybe Cabrera might sneak out the first round just based off of landing the jab and just Cruz not doing enough. But I think rounds 2 and 3, Cruz is going to pick it up, find his openings, land some big shots, and Cabrera is going to start getting broken down and brutally hit with some big shots because Cabrera has not faced anyone like Cruz. And then I think anywhere from that 4th round up until maybe the 6th round, I think that Isaac Cruz is going to get the stoppage in this one. I think Cabrera is not really going to see what's coming. I think just Cruz is going to be just wheeling away to the body, to the head, and just be leaping in with big hooks. And I think he's going to be clocking him. I think he might drop him once or twice, and I think he's just going to get the finish, either a standing stoppage. He might drop him so many times where the ref might have to stop it. I really think Cruz is going to get the stoppage victory somewhere between those middle rounds from round 4 to round 6. And yeah, I think Isaac Cruz will win this 2-sanctioning body world title eliminator. And if you did make it this far in the video, comment down below who you think is going to win and by what method of victory. And I would really appreciate it if you guys could go subscribe and leave a comment and like this video. So overall, I believe that Isaac Cruz is going to defeat Giovanni Cabrera by knockout or stoppage somewhere between rounds 4 and round 6. But I think Cruz will be up on the scorecards once he does get the stoppage. And when he wins this fight, or if he wins this fight, he will be winning the WBC and WBA lightweight world title eliminator. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.